Guys, we have to talk about the smartest NBA players to ever exist. Like, if these guys are not chucking three-pointers or doing windmills on the court, they'd be working at NASA or getting their PhD. And that's crazy, because I know most of y'all be thinking these dudes can only hoop. But here's a hard pill to swallow. If they weren't hooping, they'd probably still be more successful than you. Now first up, we got Jaylen Brown. This guy attended UC Berkeley and majored in African American studies and took graduate level classes as a freshman. Now he probably was ready for that because he graduated as valedictorian in his high school class with a 4.0 GPA. Apparently he's also multilingual and speaks Spanish fluently.
Estoy feliz de aquí.
I don't know what that means.
Say I'm happy to be here.
Okay, I like it.
And he has studied Arabic and other languages. Like, what can this guy not do?
And Arabic was one of the first ones because they said it was harder. So that's why I wanted to start with that one. But
oh Lord have mercy. And get this, he was once offered an internship at NASA. Yeah, NASA. The guy's out here thinking about space and science while most players are figuring out where to go on vacation in the off season. And then on top of that, he became the youngest person to ever give a lecture at Harvard. Not a guest speaker, like a full-on lecture breaking down systems, social change, and all of that. But here's what's crazy. He found out his agent secured him the largest contract in NBA history while he was in a robotics class, like just casually learning about AI and robotics, and he gets the call for one of the biggest deals ever made in the NBA. That's just peak Jaylen Brown, operating on a different wavelength. So much so, he has his own company now. This guy created a company called 7 Juice. I don't know, it's basically a sportswear brand, and he's using that foundation with MIT to tackle education and income inequality among other social advocacy initiatives. Like, this guy is a business owner, a previous valedictorian, a 4.0 GPA student, a supposed to be NASA intern, an MIT lecturer, a robotics god. As if that wasn't impressive enough, he also plays chess, and he's really good at it. Supposedly. Like, tell me if you can see an NBA player in this picture, cause I can't. He just looks like a prodigy, I'm not gonna lie. And the people who have interviewed him say he's highly articulate, intellectually engaged, and often references philosophy, systemic theory, and historical context in interviews. Like, I ain't gonna lie. I don't even know what systemic theory means. I had to go on study.com to check. Bro, just look at this interview with Black Bob Ross. Like, why is he talking about ionic botanicals? Like, what does he know that we don't? And he advocates for other players to have civic engagement, because clearly he's very engaged in his community. Now pause. I'm gonna stop talking about Jaylen Brown because I've been glazing this guy for too long. He can't even go left side. Now next up we got Jeremy Lin, and this guy graduated from Harvard University with a degree in economics and had a strong GPA while playing Division I basketball. And his high school career was also as impressive, if not more impressive than Jaylen Brown. He attended Palo Alto High School in California and had a 4.2 GPA and nearly a perfect SAT score. Is this a school or Italian restaurant? Now apparently he was accepted to multiple elite academic institutions, also known as the Ivy League schools, but chose Harvard for both academics and athletics. And now he often talks at Google Talks, Harvard Business School panels, and various leadership conferences about the intersection of race, sport, and identity. And this guy co-authored an essays and open letters addressing Asian American representation and anti-Asian racism in professional sports. If there's one similarity between all the academic weapons in the NBA, it's that they all really care about their community and their people. Y'all better take notes. Speaking of community, we gotta talk about Chris Bosh. Now unsurprisingly, he got into Georgia Tech, which is one of the best schools for engineering and tech. Now this academic weapon publicly stated that if he hadn't gone pro in basketball, he likely would have become a computer programmer or engineer. And that's crazy because he also partnered with Code.org to promote STEM education, and I, in my computer science class in high school, had to watch a video of him explaining functions to me.
Most computer languages have only about 100 words or commands, and really the art...
Man, this dude might be smart, but he boring as hell. Now, not only is he a computer scientist, but he also wrote a New York Times best-selling book, Letters to a Young Athlete, which includes reflections on discipline, education, and emotional intelligence. And he also was a guest lecturer and speaker at MIT, Georgia Tech, and South by Southwest Tech Summits. I would not be surprised if he left his family right now to isolate himself to become a lead programmer in Google or Microsoft. Next up, we got Pau Gasol. Now, Pau is nothing short of a genetic mutation. He was born and raised in Barcelona, Spain, and wanted to study medicine because he was inspired by witnessing the death of Magic Johnson's friend due to HIV. Now, when this guy says he's gonna do something, he will. And he can because he's really smart. So he enrolled at the University of Barcelona's Faculty of Medicine, one of Spain's most competitive medical programs. And now he works closely with the Gasol Foundation, which he co-founded with his brother Marc Gasol, to combat childhood obesity through health education. And he serves as the global ambassador for UNICEF, focusing on child health, education, and emergency relief. So forget Mr. Beast, we got Pau Gasol. But in all seriousness, what he does is really great work, and I'm really inspired by him. Alright, for the next few, I'm going to talk about people who are really good on the court and not just in academics. Because all I've done right now is talk about academic IQ, so now we're moving on to basketball IQ. Alright, first up, we got Draymond Green. If you look at his behavior on the court though, he looks like he hasn't gone through evolution and is still stuck in the monkey phase. And y'all saw that clip, right? He started arguing the ref's call right after this. To add to his monkey behavior, he had 0 points, 0 rebounds, and 0 assists, and in the first 19 minutes of the game, he hits Zach Edey in the face. This cornball has a 14-minute 37-second highlight of him just fighting and taunting other players. Why does he have Rudy Gobert in a headlock? But despite all that, he has some crazy defensive IQ. It should come as no surprise when I say this, but he really is one of the best defenders in the league and has been for a decade. And you know what they say, defense wins championships. But we're not going to talk about that because I covered that in another banger video. And if you're liking this one so far, go ahead and like and subscribe, you feel me? Anyways, his defense is really beyond human comprehension, and he just sees every defensive play before anyone else does. He's also crazy at pick and rolls, which also helps Curry and him be a great duo. His arms are also so wide that I'm sure if he started flapping those things, he would be able to fly. His wingspan allows him to steal balls easily and pressure other players during his defense. Now next up, we got Kyrie Irving. Now this guy is probably one of the best ball handlers ever, but he's also a deep thinker off the court. He's known for being philosophical, artistic, and introspective, but he's highly controversial. He has had several flat earth comments, and he refused the COVID-19 vaccine, which kept him from playing many games during the 2021-2022 season. But despite all that, his basketball IQ is just different. Because when we talk about Kyrie Irving, the conversation often turns into his handle, his clutch shots, or maybe his off-court controversies. But what often gets overshadowed is just how smart he is on the court. First off, his understanding of spacing and timing is elite. He knows when to slow the game down, when to speed it up, and how to find seams in even the tightest defenses. He reads defense like a book. With this insane basketball IQ, he can pretty much execute any play he wants while making the defenders look silly. And that's all there is, man. I think these guys, if they weren't playing basketball, they'd still be really good at other things they do because they're really smart. And you know, smart people always succeed. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.